So Glitch just released the trailer of episode 6 out of nowhere, and I was not expecting this at all. Not a trailer dropping this soon, and especially not the new episode coming out next week on the 15th of August. And don't get me wrong, this is amazing news, especially now with the trailer video, which is already insane on its own. But what I saw in this trailer completely changed everything I thought I knew about this show. So let's go through the trailer and see what episode 6 could be about, because it's gonna be a lot more than we expected. And stay with me until the end, because at the end of this video I'm gonna talk about a crazy theory about episode 6, and I want you to listen carefully, so stay with me. But right off the bat, Cain announces that in the new episode everybody will get guns, so our guess with the trust exercise and that the circus members might resolve some of their tension by just talking and not shooting at each other was completely wrong, and instead it looks like Cain has a whole arsenal of guns and the circus members will be able to choose whichever they like the most. But here's what caught my attention immediately. We can see that Ragatha is already on the floor and it seems like Jax shot her. And I know it sounds pretty crazy, but we know that the circus members can die by bullets and basically in the traditional way, so Ragatha will most likely be fine physically. But what about mentally? And speaking of what's gonna happen mentally, we can see that the circus members are gonna get paired into two. So there's gonna be 3 teams, one of which is Pomni and Jax as the bad guys, Ragatha and Kinger who are gonna be Team Pew Pew, and Zubul and Gangle are Team Unmasked. And this setup is already troubling because obviously Jax will be thriving during this adventure, and now that Pomni also seems to be getting closer to Jax, maybe she could follow his lead, or maybe she realized that this is also amusing for her, which is honestly terrifying to think about. Or maybe something completely different is going on, but more on that later. And as for Zubul and Gangle, we can see that Jax is gonna be messing with Gangle again, and her comedy mask is gonna break again, because here she already has her tragedy mask on, and my guess is that Zubul is gonna try to protect Gangle as much as they can, since Gangle is not the violent type, to say the least. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Zubul's body parts are also gonna make it very hard for them to score. But then we have Kinger and Ragatha, which is another interesting group, because even though Kinger will probably be clueless in the light, in the trailer we can see that there's gonna be darkness in the circus, and we already saw how good Kinger was with that shotgun in episode 3. So he just needs to be in the dark, and Ragatha, well, I think she wouldn't want to disappoint Cain, and so she's gonna try to complete the adventure, even though she'll have to shoot her mates, but maybe the Pomni and Jax duo is gonna trigger her to the point that she's really gonna go after them and try to hurt them on purpose, which would be such a dark turn for her character, right? However, we can also see in the trailer that there's probably gonna be some talk in here as well. But yeah, we're gonna see mindless shooting too, but maybe the circus members will reach a point where they just get tired of this whole act, and it seems like the pairs are gonna go a bit deeper with each other. Or maybe in this scene, maybe it's where Pomni is gonna say that she wants to team up with Jax, leaving Ragatha to be with Kinger, which she'll probably be bitter about, and honestly I can't blame her. But there are also many more interesting things in the trailer that we need to talk about, like the whole episode is gonna be really long, going over 33 minutes, so yeah, a lot can fit there, and it seems like the circus members are gonna stumble across this tunnel, which probably gets them to the basement. Or I don't really know what this dark place is, but probably a hidden place in the circus, and it actually seems like the characters are gonna go the hardest on each other here, and they will also probably find out about something crazy, like the mannequin character we saw at the end of episode 5, or something even worse, because who knows what Cain keeps in the basement at this point. And here's where things get absolutely insane, because the most crazy thing that got revealed in this short trailer is something that I'm actually really proud that we managed to figure out, and is that we were right about Cain and Abel, because we can see on the gun here that C and A really does stand for Cain and Abel, and it is a whole another storyline which I'm sure that we're gonna get closer to, since there has to be an Abel somewhere, we just cannot be sure where. But this also explains Cain's character way more, because if C and A is literally Cain and Abel, then that means Cain isn't just some random ringmaster throwing the circus members into adventures just for fun. He's actually based on Cain from the Bible, and in that story Cain was the brother who got jealous of Abel and ended up killing him, which was literally the first murder ever, and then he got cursed and was forced to wander forever. So if that really is what Gooseworks is pulling from here, then there has to be an Abel somewhere in this world, because you can't have Cain without Abel. And if he's not here now, then maybe Cain already got rid of him in the past, or maybe he's locked away somewhere, or something happened that Cain just doesn't want the others to know about. And honestly, it makes so much sense for why Cain is always putting on this huge over-the-top act and never letting the mood drop for even a second, because maybe he's actually covering something way darker. And if we ever do meet Abel, it's probably gonna change how we see Cain forever. Because maybe he's in the basement, and if the circus members find him, he might ask for their help, or maybe he's gonna tell them all about the circus and who's behind it, or I don't know. Everything is getting so crazy with this episode, I can feel it, and it brings me to my biggest theory for this episode. I'm actually betting my life on this theory based on the trailer, and it's that we will see Jax's true side in this episode, and that him being all sweet to Pomni was just a manipulation tactic, and in episode 6 he's gonna lock Pomni in a room or somewhere and switch her out with evil Pomni. And mark my words on this, because there's no way that Jax was actually nice to Pomni because he was lonely. And what if evil Pomni gets to stay in the circus once the adventure ends? What if no one notices that she got switched, and then real Pomni is gonna be just alone somewhere? Or maybe she could go crazy because she's not gonna be able to ask for help. Now, these are just my theories. I don't know if it's really gonna go like this, but I think it would make perfect sense, because we can be sure that Jax is not a good person. Gooseworks has said it multiple times, and that we're gonna see him doing something horrible. And after 5 episodes of this show, I don't think she means him shooting Ragata's hand, because we've already seen him doing way worse things than that. So we can expect something extremely manipulative and more like a mental thing, rather than him hurting someone physically. But if my theory is true and real Pomni is gonna be locked up somewhere, then that could lead to her abstraction. So yeah, maybe that is what Gooseworks meant. And I don't know if killing off the main character is the road that they are gonna go on, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But this new episode is for sure gonna reveal so much lore to us, and we're gonna see the so far hidden parts of the circus, and maybe even new characters. And the one thing I'm a bit confused about is, why is Bubble filming the adventure? He has a camera, and it kinda seems like he's broadcasting the whole fight. And I mean, this could fit into the theory that the digital circus is indeed a show within a show, and maybe Cain and Bubble's job is to be good hosts, so that people can enjoy this messed up reality, which would make everything even more disturbing. But expect me to come out with new videos and theories throughout this week, because I'm sure that Glitch is gonna feed us good before the episode drops, which is only 1 week from now, so be prepared for whatever is coming. I'm sure that it's gonna be insane, and this is gonna be the best episode so far, even though we're probably all gonna cry at the end, but that's what makes it so good, right? So let me know what you think about the trailer, and share your theories in the comments about what's gonna happen to Pomni, whether we'll finally meet Abel, and if you think Jax is really gonna show his true colors. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.